Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Okay, and how are you all? I hope you all are doing well, right? So what we are going to learn today? Today we are going to start the second chapter, that is forms of business organizations. Okay, today we will learn about different forms of business organizations. Okay, so let's start, right? So forms of business organizations means like a businessman is there. So he decides, there are so many different forms of business organizations. So every businessman decides which form he want to choose to start their business, right? Suppose I am there. So I want to start a large business. Okay, I want to start a huge business, large business. So it depends on me which form of organization, which business organization I will choose to start my business. Okay, yes. So let's see here, there are so many different forms of business organizations. Let's start. Number one is sole proprietorship, right? Sole proprietor, sole means single, sole means single, right? Joint Hindu family business. Okay, joint Hindu family business means it is a family business. Partnership, you know, partnership means more than two people when joined together, it calls partnership. Cooperative society, okay, they work for the welfare of the societies. And company, so many different type of companies are there. Okay, so these are the forms of business organizations. So let's start the first. Today we will do the first, that is sole proprietorship. What is sole proprietorship? Okay, sole means single. I told you that single person. So sole proprietorship business जो है आपका, sole proprietorship is done by the, it is managed and controlled by only one single person. It is owned, managed and controlled by only one single person. Owned, managed and controlled by single person. Okay, sole proprietorship means single person, right? This business will run by only single person. Suppose I will give you an example. I want to start suppose I will give you suppose somebody is there and they want to start a beauty parlor, okay, a hair salon, whatever it is, right? So to start that business, they don't want any member with them. Individually that person can start that salon, okay, right? No, they don't want some other person to join with them. Single-handedly, yes, they can appoint later the workers, but that man, okay, this person will be the owner of the salon, okay, because he is running the business, he is managing, he is controlling all the work, all the functions he is doing single-handedly. That's why we call him sole proprietorship, because it is owned, managed and controlled by only one single person. Okay, that is called. Suppose a grocery shop is there, grocery shop. Okay, so that grocery shop, in Hindi we say परचून की, किराना की दुकान जो होती है, okay, where we get all the materials, rice, dal and pulses, everything we get. Okay, so that person has started the business, has opened the grocery shop. So single-handedly he is managing, controlling and he is the owner of that business, he is the owner of that shop. Okay, he don't want any other person to join with him, okay, because he want to do his business single-handedly, okay, he don't want anybody else to join his business. That is called sole proprietorship, which is owned, managed and controlled by only one single person. That is called sole proprietorship, okay. The main thing is it is done by only one single person. Two peoples cannot be come into this, and it sole proprietorship is a small, only small businesses can be done by the sole proprietorship, okay, small size business, okay, small size business, small size firm, right? Saloon is there, it is a small business, okay, that grocery shop, it is a small business, okay, so small business only that can be run by the sole proprietor, okay, not big business enterprises, no, big organizations, no, only that it can be done in the small size business. Sole proprietorship will be done by the small size business, okay. Yes, so let me remove this first, and we will do the features of sole proprietorship, okay. Yeah. Yes. So features of sole proprietorship here. Number one, the feature is that is single ownership. Single ownership. Second is formation and closure. Formation and closure. Okay. Formation and closure. Third is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability. That fourth is individual risk bearing. And profit recipient. Yes. Right now I have written this much only, 4 points. Yes. So features of, these are the features. Okay. Let me write here. I didn't write that time. Features. Okay. These are the features of sole proprietorship. So single ownership. We understand from this word very well that sole proprietor is a single ownership firm. Okay. No other second person will join this firm. This firm will control, run, owned by only one person, single person only. That's why we call it single ownership. Okay. Now, formation and closure. In sole proprietorship, there is no need for any rules and regulation law. Yes, for big enterprises, big business enterprises, big companies, we need some basic rules and regulations, okay, for the formation and the closure, to start the business and to close the business. There are some laws, some rules and regulations, okay, to start the business. But for the sole proprietorship. If a sole proprietor is there, he want to start that saloon. For that he don't want any rules and regulation, no nothing law, anything that he want to go to registered, no nothing is there. Only just in case some license take place, okay, licensing work is there, so that will be necessary for the sole proprietorship, okay. Otherwise nothing is nothing, all these rules and regulations are applied on sole proprietor, okay. For the formation to start the business or to close the business, anytime the sole proprietor can start the business, and anytime he want to close the business, he can close the business, okay. Unlimited liability. Now sole proprietor is there, he has started that saloon shop, okay, that beauty parlor, whatever it is, saloon, okay. So to start that business, he want money, he is the single person, okay, single person he is, and nobody is there with him, okay. So to start the business, you need funds, you need resources, whatever the funds and resources are with him, he has used that, okay. Now he has taken, suppose he is having 5 lakh rupees with him to start the saloon, okay. That 5 lakh is not enough, because construction is there, so many furniture he will want, he wants so many things, he will want to start the saloon, okay. But next step is he will take the loan from the bank, okay. So he took the loan of next 5 lakh rupees he took, okay. So total amount he is having now 10 lakh, 5 lakh already he has expended, okay, invested in the business, and 5 lakh more he wanted. So what he took the loan and he start doing the business, right. He start investing the money, okay, he bought everything. Now what happened? Now when the time comes to return the money, he is not able to return the money, because the liability is unlimited, okay. The liability is unlimited. Why the liability is unlimited? Because his earning is not 5 lakhs, okay. His earning will be limited only, it is not unlimited. Earning is not too much, okay. A limited earning is there. So how he will pay the liability? How he will pay that 5 lakhs loans? So what the bank will do? He will they will give the notice and all, and what they will do? They will just whatever the assets, okay, how much money he is having, he will pay to the bank, and rest of the money the bank will recover that money from the personal assets or personal resources of from the sole proprietor, okay. Personal assets are there, उसमें आपका घर हो गया, house हो गया, land हो गया, whatever it is there. So the bank will take the recover all that from all these things, assets or resources, whatever the sole proprietor is having. So that's why we say that sole proprietor is having unlimited liability, okay, because he is a single person, he is managing, he is controlling, okay, he is the owner. So it is natural that the liability will be unlimited, okay. Now individual risk bearing and profit recipient. Now individual risk bearing, sole proprietor is a single person, okay, he is a single person, single owner, he is managing the business, he is running the business. So whatever the risk will be in business, we can't say that there is no risk in the business. In business there will be the risk. If there is profit, there is risk also in the business. So individually that person, that sole proprietor, okay, he will bear the risk individually, because he is the single person, okay. Any risk came, any risk was there, suppose risk are so many types, okay. suppose that saloon is there, okay, in that saloon some fire took place, okay, so much usko nuksan ho gaya, okay, now what that person will do? So this is a kind of risk, okay, uncertain risk hai ye, okay, so he has to bear, he has to face all those risks, a single person, okay, that individual person, that sole proprietor has to face that risk. And if profit is there, so he will enjoy that profit, okay, he is getting profit, more profit he is earning, so he will enjoy that profit because no other person is working with him, means he is the owner, no other partner is working with him, okay, I mean to say that. So risk bear, he will face the risk, and profit is there, so he will enjoy the profit, okay. So this is why we say that sole proprietor has to face the individual risk bearing, and he has to enjoy the profit, right? Yes, let me erase this. Yeah, now in this, yes, one man control, okay, and the last is lack of business continuity. Yes, one man control, why we say? Because the business is lies in only one hand, one man control, okay, sole proprietor is a single person, so whatever the business is that person is doing, it is only in one hand, one man control, one man is controlling all the business, that's why we say it is one man control, okay, sole proprietor is a proprietorship firm is one man control business, okay. Lack of business continuity. Now business is running continuously, okay, suddenly lack came somebody, because sole proprietor is a single person, okay, anything will happen to him, then who will continue that business, okay, anything will happen to the person, suppose I am there, anything will happen to me, okay. So similarly a sole proprietor is there, so if something happened to him, accident took place or death took place, okay, so who will continue his business? Nobody will continue with business, that business will become zero, okay, it stop, right, that business will stop, nobody will be there to continue, because he is a single person who is running that business, who is doing that business, okay, and after his death or accident took place, there will be the lack, okay, there will be the gap in the business, okay. So this will take place in the sole proprietorship firm. If partnership is there, if one partner he got injured, okay, so another partner is there in the firm, he will take care of that business. But when we talk about sole proprietorship, in sole proprietorship only one single man is there who is handling the business, who is controlling, managing the business. So if something happened to him, so nobody is there to continue that business, okay, that's why lack of business continuity we say it, right. So these are the features sorry, of sole proprietorship, okay. I hope you have understood this video, that sole proprietorship is a one single person who owned, manage and control all the business is a single person, single owner, individual, okay, who will run the business. And these are the features, 6 features we have studied, right? And sole proprietor we follow sole proprietorship only in small size business, not big businesses. No, only in small business we follow sole proprietorship. Okay, I hope you have understood the video, and next forms of business organizations we will discuss in other video. Yes, there are advantages and disadvantages also we will discuss. Okay, thank you so much.